Governorship Election Petition Tribunal, PDP closes case with additional 2 witnesses. Plus, Cross River State House of Assembly acts on digital revenue collection. Details in just a moment. Good evening, it's nice to have you on NTA News at 7. I am Paul Abel. The news in details. The petitioners, People's Democratic Party and the governorship candidate, Senator Sandy Honor, have closed their case at the Cross River State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal, sitting at the High Court Complex, Moore Road, Calabar. Correspondent covered the second day of trials and completes the report. After the first day of trial, with 2 witnesses presented by the petitioners, the PDP, and cross-examined by counsels to the second and third respondents, the second day also went as the first, with 2 more witnesses by the PDP and Senator Sandy Honor to close their case. The lead counsel to the petitioners speaks further on the reason for the amendment of their petition, which has reduced the number of witnesses and possibly the number of the court sitting days, while counsel in the team of the second and third respondents makes case for time to introduce their witnesses.
It's all about strategy. We met and discovered that we should adopt this strategy. It's a faster route and a better route for us. Called 2 additional witnesses for the petitioners, and we closed our case today. Our case is essentially on the qualification of the governor and the deputy governor.
The tribunal had scheduled the time for all the parties to call their witnesses. So they had about 10 days, and then 2 weeks. They had 2 weeks, 14 days, and then the respondents all had 10 days. But since they closed their case, since they closed today, we also need some time to prepare ourselves to get our witnesses, that's to gather our witnesses and put them before the court to testify. So that's why we applied for adjournment to enable us defend the matter fully next week.
Due to the changes and to enable the respondents ample time to call in their witnesses in the defense of the petition, the 3-man tribunal court, led by Justice Ine Oken, adjourned the court sitting to the 17th of July 2023, when hearing will resume for proceedings. In Calabar, Paul Abel, NTA News. The Cross River State House of Assembly is calling for introduction of digital payment system and online platform to put an end to cash revenue collection in the state. This came on the heels of deliberation on a motion for electronic payment of the state's revenue raised by members representing Ecom 1 constituency, Samuel Aban. Udwak Etin reports.
The digital payment system of revenue collection in Cross River State seeks to address leakages and ensure transparency in the state's accounts. Member representing Ecom 1 State Constituency, Samuel Abang, raised the motion calling on the state government to end cash revenue collection in the state, and was supported by other members of the House who believe that the online system will facilitate direct payment of cash into the state government's accounts, curb fraudulent financial activities, encourage transparency and proficiency in account monitoring.
We're trying to push away from depending on federal allocations. That is one objective of this motion. So see how we could increase state internal generated revenue. So it's the core behind this motion. So see how we can be for our revenue and also compete with other states like Lagos State, so that our budget can also be competitive.
This motion, to me, I would say is an innovation that is worthy of emulation, because you would agree with me that the cashless policy is what is obtainable now in the economy, and so there is every need for us to emulate it, introduce it in our economy of the states.
They should pay their tax well defined online. Cross River State has overgrown that level of the program. And so, Mr. Speaker, I'm in strong support of this motion and it should be given speedy passage.
I stand to support this motion because of what we have just witnessed. We've witnessed people fighting tax collectors physically because they go around asking people to pay cash.
The House also agreed that clear policies and regulations be developed regarding revenue collection, including guidelines on payment method, deadline, and consequences for non-compliance. This was part of the resolution reached on the matter.
The resolution of this part to say aye. Aye. And those against to say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, transmit a very clean copy to the executive because it has come timely. The government is just beginning. If we automate the revenue generation of this state, I think we can do a lot better.
The Speaker, however, directed the Clerk of the House to send a clean copy of the resolutions to the executive arm of government for necessary action. In Calabar, Uduak Etam, NTA News.
Those are the stories trending on our news tonight. For details, join us on our daily regular news production by 7 p.m. I am Paul Abel. Have a beautiful night rest.